Okay, it looks like the recording has begun. Okay, great. So thank you for joining the training this afternoon. I'm Kevin. I'm one of the support reps. Today's training is going to include attribute creation. So the agenda for today is an overview of what attributes are, how to create them, and then how we apply the attributes in the program manager. So to go back to the first point of today's training, what are attributes? Attributes allow you to tag tactics, campaigns, and plans with specific information. Attributes are also used for reporting purposes and for partners to be able to filter content that is available to them. Any questions as far as attributes and what they do in the program manager so far? Okay, I'm now going to go into how these are created and then sharing them to the various programs that they would be set to. So I'm going to log into a test program here. So this would be what you would see as you enter the program. You'd be on the Accounts tab. So in order to find the Attributes tab, you need to click on Settings on the top. And then once this page opens, you're going to see an Attributes tab right here. So I'm going to click. So this is the Attributes tab. What you will see is the current sets of attributes that are set for programs. So to create a new attribute, you're going to click on the New Attribute button here. Okay, the first question that you're going to be asked is, what type of field would you like to add? As you'll see, there's 2 for single selection and 2 for multiple selection. The single selection function is the same as the multiple function, where you will get a drop-down menu or a radio button. The difference lies in the difference between the single selection and the multiple selection. If you're unsure of how to set this up, I would always recommend going with a multiple selection. So I'll click here. When ready, it's going to ask you for a little bit more information as far as setting up your attribute. The first thing you're going to need to do is give the attribute a name. So I'm going to give it color, for example. If you'd like to mention a description, you can enter that here. Would you like to make this attribute a required field? Typically, yes, this is something that you want to do. This is where the attribute creation needs a little bit of clarification, which is what I'm going to go over with you now. Where it asks you to select where this attribute should be displayed, you will see a few options. So the tactic settings, this is how you can flag a tactic with an attribute. So you can see this in the program manager. This isn't really going to impact partner activity, and this is what you can use for reporting purposes. The second option that you will see is library filtering. So this is what the partner will see in the library as a filter option on the left-hand side of their screen when they click on the library tab. You'll also see the campaign start marketing filtering. Okay, so this is similar to the library setting, the library filtering setting, except the attribute would be seen searching for tactics within the campaign. So when you click on a campaign, that's how you would see the attribute. All right, so the next option that you will see is the campaign filtering. So this is similar to the tactic settings where you can flag campaigns for reporting purposes. The last option that you will see is the plans option. This is how you can flag campaigns within a plan. So again, this would also be used for reporting purposes. Is there any questions as far as what I just covered what should be displayed for attributes when you create them?
Nope, I'm good, Kevin.
Okay, great. Okay, so the next part of this process is which programs would you like to use this campaign in? So depending on the vendor account and how many programs you have, all the programs would be listed that are created. If you would like them to display in all programs, there's a checkbox right here. This is what you would want to check off. If you don't want them in every program, you can uncheck this box and you can select the programs as needed. Okay. So when you have your program selection set, you're going to have to put in your field options. So for example, we created color. So I'll add a few colors here. Okay, just to have a few. And then when I'm ready, I will click Save. Okay, so then as you see, the color should appear here. Okay. So the next part of this process is we need to set up these attributes so that they are seen in the library. All right, just give me 1 second. Okay, I apologize for the delay. So what we need to do when you click here, there should be a Settings tab. Just give me 1 second. Okay, my apologies for the delay. So in order to apply the attribute, what you would need to do is go into the Campaigns tab or the Tactics tab, for example. For now, we're going to use an email, an individual email. So in order to do this, you click into the email, and then you can click on the Settings tab. Once you click on the Settings tab, you will see the attribute that we just set. So we can apply it here, and then we can save. Oh, fire journey phase, my mistake. Okay, so you can do this for an individual tactic, and you can do this for multiple tactics as well. So I will take 3 emails, as you see here. I'll check them off. As I go to the top, I can click on Settings, and I'll see an Attributes button here. And I can do the same. And then once I'm ready, I can click Next, and I can save. All right, so this is how I can apply the attribute to the tactics. And then this would be the same within the campaigns and plannings, depending on how this is set up. Are there any further questions?
Nope, it sounds good.
Okay, great. Well, thank you again for joining the training. If you do have any other further questions, we can be reached by email, or we can be reached by phone or live chat. And we also have a support center, support.structureweb.com, which will cover anything that we've discussed in the training as well as any other further inquiries. So thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, you too.
All right, you got it.